Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're back on the test server. Thanks to Plarium for that. We're going to just have a chat about, is this fella, is the big deal worth it? Is all of this hassle around the new fusible dwarf, Underpriest Brogni? I've been calling him out for the last 2 weeks as an awesome fusible champion. I told you guys, save your resources. This guy looks like the real deal. Looks like one of the best fusions we've had in a long time. They then dropped on us that it's a pretty, I'd say a pretty disgusting fusion in terms of everybody's got to complete every single thing to be able to have a chance of getting him, unless you're lucky and you pull one of these champions in another way. But let's get on to what he's actually like. Is he going to be worth your time? Now, what I've done in true normal style is I've built him out as a full attacking beast just to see if he nukes stuff if we wanted him to. Now, he's actually got abilities that are based on attack, even though most of his stats are in HP and defense. So don't be fooled. All of his damage, if you wanted him to do damage, comes from attack. And one of his abilities, we'll get onto it in a second, but it requires damage to scale decently. So we're just going to see funny stuff first. Can he do a crazy nuke? After that, we'll build him as we're meant to and see how much he's going to help your accounts. So firstly here, what have we got? We've got an A1, attacks one enemy, 45% chance, books up to 60 of placing HP burn. It's a decent A1. HP burn is a nice debuff, especially good if you've got someone who can spread debuffs for something like Spider or Doom Tower content. But it's a decent A1. A2, AoE attack. We like it. Books to 100%, books to a 3-turn cooldown. We like it. So it's got a chance, 100% chance, of removing one random buff from all enemies. Buff removal is good. Obviously, there's champions out there that cleanse a whole group of buffs off the whole team. But considering it's got something else going on here as well, which is 100% chance of removing one random debuff from my team, that's pretty cool. It's a good A2. Also increases the value of shield buffs on all allies by 30% of the damage it inflicts. This is the move where I was saying, like, you need damage for this to be cool. But if he does hit hard, increases the value of shield buffs on all allies by 30% of the damage he inflicts. And that's actually a really cool A2. If it hits for a reasonable amount, I'm just wondering if you can't just use him for buffing shield champions like Krisk way up, or buffing shield set enhancements way up as well. So this could be pretty juicy in its own right. We then got ourselves an A3, which places block debuffs out and increase attack on all allies for 2 turns. There's a load of places where that by itself is strong. Spider, Dragon, Ice Golem, Clan Boss. So that's a pretty cool ability as well. Certainly things like Doom Tower and Arena as well. Also places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 30% of his HP. That's huge. This shield cannot be removed. Okay, so it feels like the rest of the shields that are out there that he extends can still be removed, but this particular shield cannot be removed once he's placed it. 30% of his HP. So if you build him like an absolute beast in terms of HP, then providing he gets a go, you become very difficult to kill. This is very cool. He's also got this passive here. Whenever an ally under a shield, any shield it says here, is attacked, reflects 25% of that damage on the shield back to the attacker. So that's pretty cool as well. Like, you know, if you've got a big Trunder hit coming into you, then providing there's some form of shield going on, 25% of that damage is going back to the Trunder. It's pretty cool. Also heals that ally for 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield. This is a bit situational. I guess in some content like Clan Boss, if you're trying to use this as a bit of a passive heal as well as a shield, then that can be really cool. I don't know if there's many situations where that's going to come into play unless you're using him for like a progression champion and you want to kind of use him to get through some content. If there are multiple champions with the same skill, we'll only activate once. Okay. And then we've also got a resistance aura for Doom Tower, which is cool as well. So just for the purpose of this build, just for the purpose of fun, I've gone Savage. I've gone for the most optimal damage dealing masteries that you can get. We've gone for a Savage and a Cruel set to ignore as much defense as possible. We've got 100% crit, 234 crit damage, 3307 attack. So we've actually, considering he's got such a low base attack, this is a high attack number on him. Don't worry so much about the attack number because his base is so low. This is a huge number of attack. So we're just going to get him into, I think, Dragon, let him loose on some normal mobs just to see what he does with the kind of normal crazy team setup. Okay, so he buffs his own attack, so we don't need to change, put in an increased attack person. So I'm going to bring an increased crit damage. We've got ourselves some poison for more damage, all the normal stuff. All the normal stuff to just make us hit as hard as we can possibly hit, just to see what it does. So let's drop their defense. Let's weaken their setup. Let's make sure that we give ourselves increased crit damage. Just pop a little tap out to these guys. Poison them. Poison ourselves. And then we get onto this guy. So the first ability here to put his increased attack up is actually going to just make me cycle turns. So actually, to get his increased attack up, I might have messed up. Let's see. Just get some A1s out. See if we can do this without killing everyone. Don't kill everyone, guys. Okay, here we go. So we've still got poison out there. We've still got decreased defense and weaken everywhere. So this one here, AoE, attacks all enemies. Got a chance to steal their buff. We got a chance to remove one debuff from me. That's not necessarily good. I don't know if it happens before the attack or after, but let's see what it does anyway. Let's slow it down. Now, a good benchmark here is like a very high damage dealer would be doing 200k to all of the enemies. A decent damage dealer is going to be doing 50 to 60 minimum. We get a 250 across the board. Now, is anyone going to build him like this? Probably not. Is he going to be in these whole teams all the time? Probably not. We get it. But actually, that's a pretty juicy hit. That's a pretty juicy hit, considering that ability actually scales with him improving shields. That's kind of nice. Let's see what his A1 does then. We haven't got the same level of buffs out here, but A1 attacks one enemy. Let's see what he's got. With this sort of build, 73k. It's not bad. It's not crazy. It's not bad. That's pretty juicy, though. That's a pretty juicy A2. Let's try and get him buffed up again. See if we can get one more of those out. We might not have enough. We might not have enough runway to get it done. Buff ourselves. We're going full nuke. That's it. Kill some people. That's good stuff. Well done, guys. Get the debuffs back out there. Here we go. A2 again. It's all going on. A2. What have you got? Oh, mama! 200k. Look, as I say, no one's going to build him this way, but it's important to know that he can do this stuff. You know, we've got Tormund, who's been sitting in our vault for a while, or perhaps not even in our vault, but who knew Tormund does tons of damage if he's built in that way? So sometimes when you've got someone who's got these kind of weird mechanics and all people do is build them for the mechanics, you kind of forget the fact that they might have something else going on in their kit. 190k there on the dragon. So, all right, it's a bit of a meme, but damn, he can do some damage. If you do intend to build him even to be the Shieldmeister, he could still get some damage into his build and do some work for you in other content. So that's pretty good to see. I'm going to change him up now. I'm going to try and build him back as he's kind of intended, I guess. But it's actually nice to see some of those hits coming in. All right, guys, we've changed his build up a bit. Not too much, really. I've kept him a bit beastly, but we've gone higher speed. Got high HP now to get more bonus out of those shields. I've kept the accuracy up to be able to remove some of the debuffs and stuff. And basically what I want him to be here is like a arena champion go second style build. So let's see if we can find a half decent team to go against. Kid game looks like it's got a good setup here. So I'm thinking like a go second type of champ, you know, maybe behind an arbiter to get your shields up. I mainly see him being played in my head as in your arena defense. So a really annoying champion to face if you're going up against him as a defensive unit. And if you've got a Krisk as well, kind of ridiculous. I don't own a Krisk, but if I had one, I would absolutely be putting these two together, Krisk and him and Sifi, just like disgusting defensive champions. I'm also thinking that my Morley is currently in a shield set. I'll show you my Morley quick. And he's going to be able to enhance the shield set we've already got going on here. So it feels like that could be quite good. But look at this. Like if you were facing this, 3 revivers, shields, disgusting, no way of winning. You're like, do I really want to face this team? Let's slow it down. So he's basically wiped out our abilities. Fine. Good luck to you. He's going to enhance his own shields. The main thing here is, can I just stall out their main abilities? Like they've hit me with all their load. They shot their load proper early. And now we're just on this kind of cycle of getting our abilities back. Not really got anything coming at us. 1 down, fine. Can they actually beat us? That's the question for an arena defense. It's not can I win the fight often when you're talking about proper endgame arena defense. It's more about, can I stall long enough for them to be totally annoyed about trying to face me? And as long as they're annoyed enough about facing me, then, chances are people quit before they beat you. That's kind of where you're going with it. So they're close here to killing my Morley. We should get 1 revive. We get another revive. We get boosts. And all of a sudden at this point, yikes. At this point, I would be considering myself whether I want to continue the attack or not. It's like, how many times is my Trunda going to sit? Even though Warlord's locking me out, and, this is a strong attack that I'm up against here, a strong team I'm up against. If they're attacking me right now, nearly 2 minutes into the fight, they've got to be thinking to themselves, do I want to continue? And that's really all this defense would do, just stall out the enemy. So this is kind of one way that you could play him. Obviously, you're not going to be playing him. He's just going to be doing what he's doing. But the more he kind of gets into the game, and this is against the worst possible opponent in Warlord, who just locks out everything you do. And, it's just pretty much everyone's worst nightmare. No one wants this. No one wants to fight this type of team. So I think he could be pretty disgusting in this sort of setup as like an arena defense. So in offense then, all I can see him really doing, he might be your go second champion. In this comp, I've got him as my go third just because of I've already got these kind of speed tuned to go after each other. So he would be speed tuned to come in here and do either this. So place block debuffs on you, place increase attack before your nuker goes. Probably if you don't have an arbiter, this is the most relevant, and give you a shield. So just in case you get cut in like this, it gives you a bit of a chance of survivability, and you get to go again. But honestly, I don't think this is his best spot, an arena offense, unless you're just short on champs. I think his best spot is definitely going to be in a defensive arena type of setup. And obviously, if you come in with this one here, this A2, if we still had shields, he would be topping it up. We're going to remove these buffs, and he's got a chance to do a decent amount of damage. I probably wouldn't do it right now, so I'm just going to wake up that Trunda, and that's going to be a nightmare for me. So I'm just going to get woken up anyway. So yeah, in offense, I don't think it's his strongest spot. I think there's definitely, in fact, in the whole game, I think arena offense might be one of the weakest spots for him. And that's saying something because he's still not terrible here. I think he's good anywhere in the game. But I think, honestly, it's probably one of his weakest spots. Let's get him back up. Let's do the do. Move on with our lives. See you later. Yeah, but that's kind of where I think he would go. So he would come in and either shield your team or drop the block debuffs and increase attack for you. And therefore, you can kind of get your work done with your nuker. So decent for that. Not bad for that at all. But not crazy for that. This is somewhere I feel like he's going to be good. So anywhere in Doom Tower at all, I think he's going to be strong. Defensive sort of unit that can help you through waves. You know, any of the bosses really is going to give you a bit of support for. Let's try this. A counter-attack could be good, actually, yeah. He does do a lot of work on these waves, though. For someone who's currently got him built as pretty... I wouldn't say defensive comp, but he's not built to do tons of damage. Burn him! Brogni plus Valk. Yeah, Brogni plus Warlord. Brogni plus Valk is busted. Like, I've got Warlord. I think that's probably the best combo. Any of those sort of ally attackers would be good, I suppose. Actually, yeah. Counter attack, ally attack would both be really good. Top speeds use ally attack, yeah. So when I first did the testing, ally attack was definitely the one I thought was best. Maybe I should just put one in. So the idea is, Skeleton Hand, is I've got high resistance. So he's trying to push the turn meter back on me, and I'm resisting it. So what I wanted to do was try and build a team that came back to turn meter controlling him and stopped him building his rage bar. That's what I was going for. And I thought Brogni could be quite good just in terms of helping us through the waves, because the waves are harder than the boss, I think, for that type of team. When are we getting the new levels in dungeons? No idea, mate. No idea. They've not spoken about it again since. But I didn't actually think to myself that he also only takes half the normal turn meter reduction. I forgot about that. Do you know where the stuff from Clan versus Clan will go after the event ends? I guess I don't know, man. Overflow, or you got to click it. Probably be like the arena. You got to click it afterwards or something. So the main thing here is, can we kill this dude before he stacks up like 15 stacks? 15 stacks is huge. Wow! Bethorian coming in with 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Damn! It's raining subs. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Killing it by himself. Thanks, buddy. Are gifted subs given randomly? Yeah, they are, yeah. Bethorian the legend. So you see, the main thing that I want to do here is kill this beast before he gets to like stack 10 to 15. 10 to 15 he gets nasty. And we're keeping his turn meter down. Actually, yeah, High Katoon was my weakness here. We're keeping his turn meter down pretty well. And also, we're resisting him pushing back on us. Ivy Lee, how you doing? But this takes a reasonable level of gear to do, to be honest. To get the amount of stats I need for resistance, accuracy, speed, all of those things going together takes a bit of gearing. I mean, if you had double allure, I don't have double allure built, but if you had double allure, it'd be even easier, yeah. But so far, only 6 stacks. At 6 stacks, he's weak sauce. We can deal with that. The stun can be resisted, Grim. I guess sometimes I'm just not getting it resisted. Stag Knight here does not have high resistance. I hadn't built him for this fight, so he might be getting the stun. I didn't notice, actually. RNBA coming in with a sub. 12 months. 1 year later, still going. Thanks. Tomb Lord would be good as well. Okie dokie, yeah. Yep, Tomb Lord would be good here. Why do you have 300 resistance when you have Brogni to resist? How much did I need? I don't even know how much I needed. I was just building resistance out. But Brogni still only gives me plus 60, doesn't he? So we've got him down at 10 stacks. That is pretty good going, actually. That's pretty good going. Because this boss, like floor 90 of hard, that's a hard fight. That's a tough fight. So I've got them built out. Here, what we got? 340, 350 resistance on my Brogni. I've got... Who else did I have there? Allure had 370. So perhaps I am a little bit over. But not a lot over. I didn't have any resistance. You saw he kept getting stunned. But it's fine. Did his job. Who else did I take? Armagar. You saw... So he's only got 260 plus the 60 from Brogni. And he got resisted pretty much all of the time. So actually, yeah, I probably could drop a bit of resistance out of this build. And Seal, of course, yeah. Seal I had up at 290 and she was resisting it all. So I'm probably a little bit over on the resistance I need for Brogni. That was floor 90 hard we just did. Would Seal have a place in this team? Of course. Bam. See you later. Or see you later. Seal would walk into this team. Like this. Obviously, if you had a Cold Heart goes in there. And then all of a sudden you've got a ridiculous team. We could put Brogni in. So you can see what he's doing. Oh, with Miscreated Monster as well. You could, I think we can two-man it with Miscreated Monster. We'll try that in a minute. Mordecai is behind 2 summon events. Yeah, they've done it in a cheeky way, but they must know his value. Like, yeah, they're not messing around with it. This is the value now of bringing in someone with shielding as well. So this is like, look how big the shields are, guys. This is the answer to Miscreated Monster for people that can't get him. I really wish they'd allowed us to get both of these champions. Because this guy is a beast. How can I get access to the test server? You just got to be tier 3 content creator. WSX. Who's doing the shields? Brogni. Brognified. He does the shield and then he extends the shield. Because I've made him do some damage. If the harder he hits, the more he shields, right? It's pretty... Yeah, it's pretty gross. But you do run those shields off pretty fast as well. You hate that Brogni is good. Yeah, he is good. It's kind of annoying. Because they've hidden a really strong champion behind a nasty event. On your 6. Thank you for the 2 months, mate. So yeah, this is... I mean, it's, the hardest thing actually is not just running out of these shields. But this is such a comfortable run. Easy. Are these people built? Is my next concern. Too bad. Too bad. Not too bad. Okay, let's just give this a try. So... You definitely could do a quite a cool speed tune here, I guess. So actually with with her and Brody in, and this continuous heal thing's quite nice as well. With her and Brody in, I feel like you can pretty well control all the stuff the clan boss is doing in terms of like debuffs and stuff like that. Just get this going. Does Bad L's A1 heal with Warmaster? Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, Bad L is definitely viable. It's like coming in as just a straight healer, meaning that you don't need to bring lifesteal gear. A passive does nothing about Hegemon's evil eye. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess, yeah, she can like throw Hege's block debuffs back at him. That's actually kind of cool, to be fair. But it's only doing it to her. I guess then she gets a chance to cleanse her whole team. Maybe she's pretty cool anti-Heggy, actually. She absolutely brings a lot for an account without a lot of champs. Yeah, of course. Yeah. All I'm saying is, like, a lot of people are coming out with, is she the best champion in the game? And I think she's a great champion, but definitely I couldn't see her like in a top 10 list, you know? But she does throw out a lot of debuffs. She does have some good abilities. I don't know about trash tier for Arena, Senti. Do you not think that if you've got a Hedgie coming at you, you almost build like you would build a Cardinal or a Morley, in terms of she throws the debuff back at him. She then gains the turn meter boost from the defensive mastery. Then she removes the rest of the Hedgie's abilities from the rest of your team, and then you move on. Yeah, of course, she's, as a defense, I think she's very cheesable, but as offense against Hedgie teams, I think she could be pretty good. Anyway, what are you thinking about I know we're talking about her a lot here. What do you think about Brogni for Clan Boss? Brogni's shield ability, pretty good, I think. You think she'll be the best anti-Torment champ out there? Could be good for anti-Torment as well, yeah. You think we're going to see him in the new world record team? With Valk, with Warlords. Yeah, Valk, I guess, for Clan Boss would be the best, but I think we're going to see him in a lot of teams, yeah. I think Brogni's more exciting than Riho in terms of new champs. Brogni's shield. Brogni's original shield's based on his HP. And then how much he extends it by is based on damage that he does. So the harder you got him hitting and the better he's built, the more damage he'll do, the more he'll extend it by. How good's Brogni without books? I mean, still going to be decent, yeah. Still going to be a good champ. Tamshine, I'm good, mate. Doing good. Can block damage buff be extended? No. No, you need to time that to land. But he does put it on for... Oh, block damage buff. No. And block debuff, he does put it out there for 2 turns. So you could definitely set him up as a someone that blocks debuffs on both the AoE and the stun. New arena meta with Brogni. Don't know about a new arena meta. I could see him being in some pretty disgusting defensive teams. Hey Hurricane, how you doing? Does Warmaster count for that extension? Not sure what you mean there, Thornstein. Here's the problem, Riho. Stun set Hedgie. Stuns Riho, reflects back to Hedgie. Deterrence procs on another champ, ruins your setup. Yeah, maybe. I don't think she'll be in many teams. I'm just trying to think where she could be used. And I feel like to counter a Hedgie is a possibility. But I mean, she's bringing a ton of debuffs here against Clan Boss, to be fair. Like, for most people that get her, she will sit in a Clan Boss team. She'll sit in, you know, an anti-Dragon team, anti-Ice Golem team, because all of those debuffs on the bosses are huge. But once you start to get a wider selection of champions, I can't see that she's used a lot. Does Warmaster extend Brogni's shield? Oh, I see. I guess it must do. I'm not sure the answer, actually. Don't know. I don't even think I've got him with Warmaster on right now, so I'm not even sure. Of course, Faction War should be brilliant for, yeah. But then, you know, like, if you've got Void Legendaries which are not brilliant for Faction Wars, i.e. Whirlim, then damn, they need some work. Seriously, they need work. You know? A lot. We did show him on Spider earlier. He was pumping out some fat old shields on Spider. Visix as well, yeah. I remember when I did my guide on Visix, and I really wanted to make her look good. Damn, he's just taken an absolute clap. He's just got smacked for 82k. Obviously, I haven't got enough defense on him. But yeah, I really tried to make her look good, and oh, she was awful. That's an example of me not having enough defense in a build for Clan Boss right there. One shot. Clan Boss said, sit down. What sort of damage are we doing here? 5.9 for Riho, 5 million for Brogni. So yeah, he's definitely viable in a whole bunch of content, I think. He could be played in a number of ways. So I'm more excited about him and Mordecai, who we showed earlier, wherever he is, Mordecai, than I am about Riho personally. So there we go, guys. A bit of a different look at Brogni because I had him over a few days on the test server and I was able to show some bits off in stream, some bits I just did outside of stream, but feels like really relevant in terms of just being able to have a bit of a damage kick. He's got crazy shields for Spider. He's super cool for Doom Tower as well. And I think he can go into kind of any Clan Boss team. I would not be surprised if we saw him in world record breaking attempts for Clan Boss in the future because he's got a very significant kit for it. So there you go. Should you fuse this guy if you can? Yes. I did say in my video yesterday about Mordecai. Like, Mordecai might be more relevant for most players because of that HP burn. But let's not discount the fact that Brogni's harder to get. He's super awesome and will be like a hard carry on anybody's account as well. So great champion, great fusion. It's a shame the fusion event's a little bit wafty for me. But yeah, good luck, guys, if you're going to go for him. I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.